For centuries, Earth had been a small, insignificant planet in the vastness of space. Its people lived in constant fear of the powerful alien forces that ruled over the galaxy, but they were always overlooked. Despite their strength, Earth's inhabitants had no means to defend themselves against the mighty intergalactic empires that believed they could easily crush humanity. That is, until the day everything changed. Humanity's last hope was a ship, a weapon unlike anything the universe had ever seen. It was called Titan, Earth's first Star Destroyer. Designed to be humanity's greatest military achievement, it had the power to wipe out entire fleets of alien ships in one swift strike. The ship was massive, built with cutting-edge technology and an unmatched weapon system. But what truly set Titan apart was its crew. Led by Captain Sarah Wells, a brilliant strategist known for her sharp mind and unshakable determination, Titan became Earth's last line of defense. Captain Wells had spent years preparing for this moment. She was no stranger to the alien threat. Her childhood had been spent in constant fear of an invasion. And now, as a commander, she would ensure that Earth would never be at the mercy of an alien overlord again. Alongside her were the best and brightest minds from every corner of Earth: soldiers, engineers, and scientists, all working together to defend their home. Their mission was clear: protect Earth and show the galaxy that humanity was no longer a weak, forgotten species. The first signs of the alien threat were ominous. The Vorkians, a ruthless alien race with fleets spread across the galaxy, were moving closer to Earth. They had long regarded humans as inferior, barely worth their attention. But that all changed when they launched their first major attack on Earth's space stations. The Vorkian fleet, with its overwhelming numbers and superior firepower, descended upon Earth's fragile space defenses without warning. The first battles were devastating. Earth's forces were no match for the Vorkian ships. Space stations fell, and human colonies scattered across the stars were left vulnerable. Panic spread as people realized that the Vorkians were serious about their conquest of Earth. It seemed like humanity's fate was sealed, but Captain Sarah Wells and the Titan had other plans. As the Vorkian fleet moved forward, Titan rose from its hidden dock, ready for battle. The ship, which had been kept secret for years, was now Earth's final chance at survival. With its engines roaring to life, Titan broke free from the orbit of Earth, cutting through the stars like a blade of vengeance. The Titan's weapons were like nothing the Vorkians had ever seen: massive energy cannons that could obliterate entire ships with a single shot. As the Titan entered the battlefield, the Vorkian ships, caught off guard, struggled to react. Captain Wells issued orders with precision. Her crew moved like a well-oiled machine, working together in perfect harmony. The ship fired its first salvo of energy blasts, and one by one, Vorkian ships were destroyed, their hulking forms shattered into pieces in the cold vacuum of space. The Vorkians were stunned. They had expected an easy victory. Earth's people were primitive, they believed. But the Titan showed them the true strength of humanity. For the first time in centuries, the invaders began to doubt their own superiority. The battle was far from over, though. The Vorkian fleet, shaken but still powerful, regrouped and launched a retaliatory strike. Earth's forces were outnumbered, and even with the Titan, the humans knew it would be a long and difficult fight. But Captain Wells was determined. The Titan had only just begun to show its true potential. With strategic brilliance, Wells guided Titan through a series of well-coordinated attacks, taking down Vorkian flagship after flagship. Each victory came with a cost, but Earth's people were more determined than ever. They fought not just for their survival, but for their right to exist in a galaxy that had long ignored them. The Vorkians, realizing that Earth was not as weak as they had thought, began to retreat, but not without leaving behind a trail of destruction. However, the retreat was not a sign of victory. It was a challenge. The Vorkians would return, but Earth was ready. In the wake of the battle, humanity saw something they had never seen before: hope. The Titan had proven that Earth was no longer an easy target. The aliens had underestimated humanity, and now Earth was a force to be reckoned with. As Captain Wells watched the stars from the bridge of the Titan, she knew that this was just the beginning. Earth's fight for survival had only started. With Titan at the forefront, humanity launched a counterattack. They reclaimed their space stations, restored their colonies, and began to fight back in earnest. The Vorkians and all the other alien empires that had once considered humanity insignificant would now have to think twice before making their move against Earth again. The battle for Earth was not over. But one thing was certain: humanity would never be the underdog again. And with the Titan leading the charge, Earth's forces were ready to take their place as a powerful, respected force in the galaxy. For generations, Earth had been enslaved by a ruthless alien empire known as the Zorath. These alien conquerors had dominated the galaxy for centuries, treating humanity as nothing more than a weak, insignificant species. Earth's people were forced to serve under the Zorath, working in mines, labor camps, and colonies scattered throughout the galaxy. Every attempt to fight back had been crushed, and hope seemed all but lost. But humanity, despite being pushed to the brink, never gave up on the dream of freedom. They were waiting for the day when they could rise, and that day had finally come. The key to humanity's future was the Starbreaker, a massive warship unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. Built in secret over decades, the Starbreaker was the result of humanity's greatest minds working together to create the ultimate weapon. Armed with advanced technology, devastating weaponry, and an unbreakable will to fight, the Starbreaker was designed not just to defend Earth, but to destroy any who dared threaten it. Commanding the Starbreaker was Captain Leo Hunt, a decorated war hero who had once been a symbol of human resistance against the Zorath. Leo had lost his family, his home, and everything he cared about to the alien empire. But now, he had the chance to bring them down once and for all. With his deep knowledge of battle and strategy, Captain Hunt was the perfect leader for this historic mission. As the Starbreaker left Earth's orbit for its first mission, a sense of both excitement and fear filled the hearts of its crew. For the first time in history, humanity was about to take the fight to the alien empire. The first destination was a Zorath stronghold on a distant planet. This was a place where humans were kept in chains, forced to work in brutal conditions. If they could defeat the Zorath here, it would send a message to the entire galaxy. Earth was no longer the helpless, oppressed world it once was. When the Starbreaker arrived, the crew was ready for battle. The Zorath fleet, though large and powerful, did not expect an attack. They were used to crushing resistance, and they believed that no one could stand against their might. But the Starbreaker was not like any ship they had ever faced. Without warning, the Starbreaker unleashed its devastating main cannon, a weapon that could destroy ships in a single blast. The Zorath ships didn't stand a chance. One by one, the fleet was obliterated. The aliens tried to fight back, launching their own attacks, but their weapons couldn't even scratch the Starbreaker's hull. In minutes, the entire fleet was destroyed. The Zorath had never seen anything like it. Humanity's power had caught them completely off guard. This victory was a turning point. The galaxy now knew that Earth was no longer a weak, enslaved planet. But the Zorath Empire, humiliated by their defeat, was not going to take it lying down. Furious and desperate, they called upon every ship and weapon they had to crush the Starbreaker and destroy the growing human rebellion. The Zorath fleet, massive and terrifying, came at Earth with everything they had. Their ships, armed with the most powerful weapons in the galaxy, moved to surround the Starbreaker. The humans aboard the ship knew the battle ahead would be fierce, but they were not afraid. For the first time, they had the upper hand. Captain Hunt stood on the bridge, staring out at the approaching alien armada. His eyes were filled with a cold determination. The Zorath had thought they could break humanity's spirit, but they had failed. Now, they would see the full force of humanity's will to survive. The Starbreaker fought back with everything it had. Its advanced shields held strong against the Zorath's attacks, and its weapons struck with deadly accuracy. Each blast from the Starbreaker tore through the alien ships, sending them into a fiery destruction. The battle raged on, but humanity was not about to give up. The Zorath may have had numbers, but the humans had something far stronger: determination, unity, and the Starbreaker. The final moments of the battle were intense. The Zorath fleet was all but destroyed, but the last of their forces continued to fight. In a desperate move, the Zorath launched a final massive assault on the Starbreaker, hoping to cripple it with one powerful strike. But Captain Hunt and his crew were ready. With a brilliant maneuver, they dodged the attack and sent a massive shot from the Starbreaker's main cannon right into the heart of the Zorath's command ship. The explosion was enough to shake the entire battlefield. The Zorath Empire was finished. As the last of the alien forces were defeated, Earth's people watched in awe. The Starbreaker had done the impossible. Humanity had fought back, taken control of its future, and defeated the empire that had ruled them for so long. The Zorath were no more. The victory was a turning point, not only for Earth, but for the entire galaxy. The galaxy now understood that humanity was not a race to be enslaved, but a force to be reckoned with. Earth's victory sent ripples across the stars, and other oppressed species began to rise up against their alien rulers, inspired by the strength of humanity. In the years that followed, Earth's fleet grew stronger, and its people began to rebuild, not just their own world, but the entire galaxy. Captain Leo Hunt, now a legend, led humanity into a new era of peace, freedom, and exploration. No longer would Earth cower in fear of alien empires. The Starbreaker had broken the chains of oppression, and humanity was finally free to control its own destiny. The galaxy now knew that humanity had arrived not as a weak, oppressed species, but as a powerful force that would stand tall against any threat. The Starbreaker was just the beginning. Earth's unstoppable fleet was on the rise, and the galaxy would never be the same again. For centuries, Earth had suffered under the cruel rule of alien races. Once a thriving planet, humanity had been beaten down, enslaved, and forced to serve alien empires. The Zorath, the Evrax, and countless other powerful alien factions had crushed Earth's spirit. But no more. Humanity had suffered enough. It was time for revenge. After years of research, development, and secret construction, Earth's people had built their ultimate weapon, Eclipse. This massive Star Destroyer was designed for one purpose and one purpose only: to destroy the alien races who had oppressed humanity for so long. It was more than just a weapon. It was a symbol of humanity's strength, its refusal to be conquered, and its burning desire for revenge. The Eclipse was led by Captain Maya Clark, a brilliant and fierce strategist. Maya's hatred for the alien invaders was personal. As a child, her family had been slaughtered during a surprise alien raid on Earth's capital city. Her parents were killed in front of her, and her home planet was left in ruins. That night, Maya vowed that she would not rest until every alien who had hurt humanity would pay for their crimes. Now, as the commanding officer of Eclipse, she was finally in a position to fulfill that vow. The Eclipse was the most advanced ship ever built, equipped with powerful weapons capable of obliterating entire fleets in seconds. Its engines could propel it faster than any other ship in the galaxy, and its shields were nearly impenetrable. There was no force in the galaxy that could stand against it. With her crew behind her, Captain Clark led the Eclipse into enemy space for the first time. Their target was an Ivrax stronghold located on a planet that had once been a human colony. The Ivrax had taken it over and used it as a base of operations for many years. But now, with the Eclipse at the helm, Earth was about to take it back. As the Eclipse approached the Ivrax stronghold, the alien ships guarding the planet didn't know what hit them. Captain Clark ordered the first strike, and the Eclipse fired its primary weapon, a massive energy beam that sliced through the enemy fleet like a hot knife through butter. The Ivrax ships were obliterated in an instant, their metal hulls disintegrating into nothingness. The alien forces, shocked by the sudden, overwhelming attack, tried to regroup, but they were no match for the Eclipse. The ship's advanced weapons fired relentlessly, cutting down ship after ship. The Ivrax had always thought humanity was weak, but now they realized they had made a terrible mistake. They had underestimated Earth's capacity for revenge, and they were paying the price. But this was just the beginning. As the Eclipse continued its march toward the heart of enemy territory, other alien empires took notice. The Zorath, the powerful alien empire that had once ruled Earth with an iron fist, saw the threat the Eclipse posed. They knew they had to act quickly to stop it before humanity gained too much power. The Zorath called upon their allies in the galaxy, and soon a massive fleet of alien ships, including the Ivracs, assembled to face the eclipse. Together, they hoped to crush humanity's last hope and prevent Earth from rising as a galactic power. The galaxy watched as the two forces prepared for the greatest battle in history. The final confrontation was fierce. Thousands of alien ships surrounded the eclipse, firing everything they had. But Captain Clark and her crew were ready. The eclipse unleashed its full firepower, its weapons cutting through the enemy's defenses like a storm. The battle raged for hours, with alien forces attempting everything from ambushes to all-out attacks. But they were outmatched. The Zorath tried to rally their forces and launch a coordinated counterattack, but the eclipse was too powerful. Every time they tried to form a defense, Earth's forces shattered it. The eclipse moved through the alien fleet with the precision and speed of a predator. Alien ships fell one after another, their destruction a testament to humanity's relentless desire for freedom and revenge. Captain Clark, standing firm on the bridge of the eclipse, watched as the battle unfolded. Her mind was sharp, calculating every move with precision. She had trained for this moment for years. The alien empires that had thought they could control Earth were now feeling the weight of their actions. The tables had turned. In a final decisive blow, Captain Clark ordered the Eclipse to fire its ultimate weapon, the Excalibur beam, a concentrated blast of energy that could destroy even the largest of ships. The beam tore through the heart of the Zorath flagship, disintegrating it in seconds. The remaining alien forces, seeing their leaders fall, scattered in panic. With their fleet shattered, the alien alliance was broken. The victory was swift and absolute. Earth's forces had crushed the alien invaders, sending a powerful message to the entire galaxy. Humanity would no longer be oppressed. No longer would they cower under the control of alien overlords. The galaxy would now know that Earth had become a force to be reckoned with. In the aftermath of the battle, Captain Clark stood on the deck of the Eclipse, looking out at the stars. She had avenged her family and her people. Earth was free, and humanity was no longer a pawn in the hands of cruel alien races. The galaxy had been changed forever. The Eclipse and its crew became legends. The once enslaved humans were now powerful warriors in their own right, and their place in the galaxy was secured. Other alien empires began to fear humanity's rise, knowing that Earth was no longer a world to be ignored. Earth's forces began to rebuild and expand, taking control of new territories and establishing peace across the galaxy. The battle for Earth was over, but humanity's journey had just begun. With the Eclipse leading the charge, humanity was ready to take its place among the stars, not as slaves, but as rulers of their own destiny. Once, Earth was a peaceful planet, full of hope and promise. Its people lived in harmony, focusing on their growth and dreams. But everything changed when the aliens arrived. A brutal alien race known as the Orcs descended upon Earth with overwhelming force. They destroyed cities, killed millions, and almost wiped out humanity. The Orcs believed Earth was an easy target, a planet too weak to fight back. But they were wrong. Humanity's spirit, although broken, was far from crushed. The war against the Orcs was long and brutal. Earth's forces fought valiantly, but they were no match for the advanced technology and devastating weapons of the alien invaders. In the end, Earth's people were forced to retreat to their last remaining strongholds, while the Orcs ruled the planet with an iron fist. However, during the darkest days of their defeat, humanity began to rebuild. After years of gathering their strength, Earth scientists, engineers, and military leaders came together to create the ultimate weapon, the Phoenix. This massive Stardestroyer was humanity's last hope. Equipped with state-of-the-art technology, powerful weapons, and the strength to take on any alien empire, the Phoenix was built to avenge Earth's past and protect its future. Commanding the Phoenix was Captain Ethan Brooks, a skilled fighter who had witnessed the devastation of his home planet. As a child, Ethan had seen his family and friends perish in the brutal alien attacks. His memories of the Orcs' assault haunted him, but they also fueled his desire for revenge. Now, as the captain of Earth's first Star Destroyer, Ethan was determined to ensure that humanity would never again be powerless against alien invaders. The first mission of the Phoenix was clear: destroy the alien ships that continued to threaten Earth's fragile safety. These were the remnants of the Orcs fleet, lingering near Earth's orbit, hoping to finish what they had started. But this time, the situation was different. The Phoenix was not a helpless target. It was a force that would bring an end to the Orcs' reign of terror. The Phoenix powered up and launched into space. Its massive engines roared to life. Ethan stood on the bridge, watching Earth's atmosphere fade behind him. His crew was ready, and his resolve was unshakable. The mission was personal for all of them. They had all lost loved ones in the war, and this was their chance to finally turn the tide. The Phoenix quickly encountered the Orcs fleet, a menacing sight in the cold vacuum of space. The alien ships, though large and powerful, were no match for the Phoenix. With its advanced weapons, the Phoenix tore through the Orcs fleet with deadly efficiency. Each shot from the Phoenix's main cannons obliterated an enemy ship, leaving nothing but debris floating in space. The Orcs ships, surprised by the sudden ferocity of Earth's response, tried to regroup, but it was too late. Captain Brooks issued the order to move forward, and the Phoenix cut through the remaining Orcs forces like a blade. The alien invaders, realizing that they had underestimated Earth, retreated in fear. But Ethan knew this was only the beginning. The Orcs were just one of many alien empires that would try to stop humanity's rise. The Phoenix continued its journey through the galaxy. It encountered even more alien races, some who had allied with the Orcs, and others who had their own agendas. The Phoenix was constantly tested, facing off against new and more dangerous enemies. But with every battle, humanity's strength grew. The crew of the Phoenix became a symbol of hope for the rest of the galaxy. Humanity's rise was unstoppable. With every victory, they gained allies from worlds that had also suffered under alien rule. Slowly but surely, the tide was turning. The Phoenix became a beacon of freedom and resistance. No longer were humans the helpless, enslaved race, they were warriors, and the galaxy was beginning to take notice. But it was not easy. The alien empires, desperate to prevent Earth from reclaiming its place in the stars, began to unite against the Phoenix. A massive alliance of alien races, led by the Orcs, assembled to put an end to humanity's quest for revenge. The final battle was set, and both sides knew this would be the ultimate test of strength and resolve. Captain Brooks stood on the bridge of the Phoenix, his eyes scanning the dark expanse of space. His heart pounded in his chest, but he remained focused. This was the moment they had been waiting for. He had one mission: to destroy the alien threat once and for all. The battle was fierce. The combined alien fleets were formidable, but they could not match the power of the Phoenix. The ship's weapons fired with precision, cutting down enemy ships one by one. The alien forces tried everything they could, but humanity's resolve was stronger. As the final wave of enemies approached, the Phoenix launched its most powerful weapon, a massive energy burst that sent shockwaves through the alien fleet. The resulting explosion was enough to obliterate the remaining alien forces, leaving nothing but silence in the cold, empty space. The victory was complete. Earth was free from the threat of alien invaders. Humanity had reclaimed its place in the galaxy, and the Phoenix had fulfilled its mission: revenge, justice, and the protection of their home planet. Captain Brooks stood on the deck of the Phoenix, looking out at the stars. The journey had been long and painful, but Earth had risen from the ashes. No longer would humanity be a target for destruction. The Phoenix had proven that Earth was a force to be reckoned with, and now the galaxy knew it. With their victory, Earth's forces began to rebuild, not just their planet, but their influence in the galaxy. The Phoenix was just the beginning. Humanity was ready to take its place as a powerful, respected force among the stars. No longer would they be pushed around, they were here to stay.